Thank you all. Good morning. It is a distinct pleasure to be part of this program, let alone helping to sponsor it. I'm delighted Nancy pointed out that this would have been the 10th year of the passing of Constantine Menges. He is a living presence amongst us at the center. His legacy really is the project that Nancy heads and Luis contributes to so mightily, and I can't think of a better, more fitting tribute to him than convening this meeting to help, we hope, people aspiring to bring freedom, which is what Constantine was all about, back to Venezuela. I want to apologize up front for my complete haplessness in Spanish. My wife is from Peru, and initially she held out that she wouldn't marry me until I learned it. Unfortunately, she relented. So I'm still hapless at it, but we'll be listening with intent to your translations. I want to say thank you to Nancy and the Hemispheric Security Project that bears Constantine's name, to our other sponsors, the Foro de Promoción Democrática Continental and the Inter-American Institute for Democracy. We're very grateful to them for their participation in this program and for the bipartisan congressional delegation of Florida that will be represented here both in person and virtually. It's an important part of what we're about, that this issue of freedom in Venezuela is something that does enjoy the kind of support that you'll be seeing this morning on both sides of the aisle here politically in the United States. I want to thank the Punchert team, which is here in force. Janet, of course, our event organizer, David, who did the wonderful graphics, and their son, Nicholas, who is contributing mightily as well. Of course, our speakers, kicking this off, Luis Fleischman, you've been introduced to. Michael Rowan, you'll meet momentarily. Russ Dallin also. I'm very pleased to have you all with us and participating in both conceiving of this program and in helping us to execute it. And of course, to our hosts here at Florida International University. This roundtable would not be possible without the team effort that you all represent. Let me just say a few words about what we're trying to accomplish here today. When you set something like this in train, there's always a concern that whatever it is that you hope to do will be completely overtaken by events. There was, after all, when we started this, an ongoing dialogue that was, we were assured, going to produce something useful. Well, it seems to have come a cropper just about perfectly timed for this event. I'm not going to say there's cause and effect there, but I do want to thank the perspicacity of our organizers for getting this going when they did. I've emphasized the bipartisan nature of this. I think that the hope is that it will bring about a similar kind of, well, transpartisanship, I guess, among those in Venezuela who care about its future free of the kinds of human rights abuses, the kinds of despotic practices of the government, the kinds of economic privation that has been its principal legacy to date. We have a stake in all of this here in the United States. I'm very pleased that as an organization we have the Menges Project as an advocacy arm for impressing upon Americans just how important what is sometimes usually deprecatingly called our backyard is. I think of it as our front yard. Latin America is not only our neighbors, it is very much a part of our economic and security posture. And getting it wrong when a country like Venezuela is metastasizing in a cancerous way, contrary to freedom, contrary to economic opportunity, and ignoring it is a strategic mistake of the first order on the part of the United States. So we're hoping to begin remedying that with you, as well as helping with what is going on in Venezuela itself. The program is as follows. We're going to spend about an hour hearing from the several speakers that I've mentioned, they will be talking about kind of a plan, an approach that we hope you in the following 2 hours will inform and enrich and engage in. It's an ambitious undertaking, needless to say. It's not a lot of time. Our hope very much, though, is this is only the beginning of a conversation, a dialogue, a partnership that will go forward aggressively from here. I encourage you all, if you haven't done so yet, to look in your folders. There are 2 things that we really hope that in the course of the program today you will fill out. One is an action plan that simply gives some data about you, about the people that you work with, the capabilities that you, your organizations, in some cases, represent, the circle of influence that you have that might be brought to bear to try to help advance the program that we hope will come out of our meeting. And that will be really principally informed by your responses to the questionnaire. It's very straightforward. It asks, I believe, 5 sort of fundamental questions that will shape what we do from here together. If you could fill those out, they'll be collected by the end of the program, and we will see what we can do to make them available, or at least the thrust of them, the consensus that we hope will develop as part of the ongoing program of this enterprise, which will take the form of a website most immediately at Pressure, Sanctions, and Strategy.org. It will provide a vehicle for the videos out of this conference, for such materials as we generate together, and other materials, other information that we can provide to others beyond this room. And I'm very pleased to say that we have press here that will help as well in taking the message and the information and the consensus that we aspire to far beyond these walls. I hope this is a great roundtable, and one that really is just the beginning of an effort to help the people of Venezuela achieve again the greatness that that country has enjoyed in the past, and that we in the United States, we in the Americas, as well as the people of Venezuela so desperately seek. I hope you'll all make a difference, starting right now. Thank you.
Thank you.